So basically, we're dealing with a major assignment, which is at least teacher give you for 2 weeks to do it. So that's what we call is decent sized assignment. What teachers normally use the modern learning approach is to they give you some concept in the class, new concepts based on your existing learning, which you understand through series of classroom activities or some homework. And then they want you to apply those concepts independently in your assignments. So basically your assignment is a application of your concepts coming from at least 5 to 7 classroom lessons. They want to see that you independently can apply that. So this is basically the theory behind it. Can you independently? Now there are certain assignments. There are 3-4 type assignments. One is where it's a purely doing it. There is something they really want you to do it independently. It's mostly a labor work. It's just a time consuming, but it's important. So that's why they convert into assignment. The second one where they want you to go independently, research on something new related to what you learn. So it's a mix of documentation plus a bit of research. The third one is where you purely do things. It's a physical one, like building a model or doing something, which is they want you to do. It's a hands-on experience. So these are 3 categories. So the mostly we looking into taking it the middle one as an example to carry on with the is to where you have to document your existing learning plus a bit of research what you do. On the other side, there are 2 categories. One is like individual assignments and one is a group assignments. And we are focusing at the moment the individual one because the group assignment we'll talk a little bit later on what to add on to it. Because once you do a group work, also there'll be individual portion which you work on. So this is all required in the planning form, a planning stage where you decide, okay, what kind of assignments I'm doing. So in a planning phase, the first and most important thing is you get your assignment early. So you start early basically. So when your term starts, most of the teachers, they give you the term plan which includes the assignments portion in it. So just make sure by any chance somewhere you don't get on time, but the due date will stay the same. So you demand for it. So and put that in the planning. Say put that dates. At least there are three reminder you put in your calendar. So that's very important. One is when you say, okay, the assignments is due in 2 weeks. Whatever the timeline is, you just divide into 3. When is release, when you need to send a draft, and when is the final due date. So you put 3 reminders. So it will make you organize and you know that, okay, I need to, we'll discuss about draft. What's the draft mean to that? So in a planning stage, that's what it is you need to do. So as soon as you get the assignment, you create a folder for it. So where you keep all the resources related to it, all your research, all your artifacts, all your images, diagram, whatever required, you keep in there. So when you need it, it's all there in a one folder. The second thing, as soon as you get the assignment, you you start its main report or document, whatever teacher asks you to there, and in that document fill as much you already know. So we call it dump it. So all the information you already know, just dump it. That includes, most importantly, is the rubric. Just make it part of that document. Rubric is, if you don't have, ask for it. This is also very important. The assignment marking criteria, you ask for it, so you know exactly how a teacher is going to mark it. What's their expectation? This is very, very important. It's like okay. So once you know, you have created a folder. Within that folder, you created a assignment document. In that document, you start working on it. And when you put your marking criteria, put your title, and from that marking criteria, you can easily create assignment sections. You know, okay, these are the things. Once you do that, that is the work will identify the scope of your assignment. Okay, this is what I need to cover. This I already know, and this I don't know. That's why mostly students trap into one. They fall into one trap where they start focusing too much what they don't know and just talk about it, rather than they start working on the assignments part they already know and start doing it. Okay, because sometimes some teachers give you assignment based on what you already learned. Some teachers, they purposely want you to pursue the learning in the classroom. So they will, the concept or some of the questions in the assignment, they will tell you the answer in the classroom bit by bit through class lessons. But they want you to be attentive there, drive that learning, put it there, and they want you to ask questions, do research on online, and get your answers while you are learning there. That's the very clever way to learn, and it helps, because once you are learning something in a class and you trying to infer for the purpose of your assignment, that learning will be quite permanent and will make it relevant for your interest. Now we come to the research part. In the research part is a never-ending process. Okay, that's where we gonna cover a separate topic. Is we will discuss later how the research happen. That's not the focus of dealing with the major assignment now. But then the research outcome is, you need to have a good researching techniques where you can get whatever you found on the internet, where you're mostly doing the research nowadays. There are two elements. You need to grab the portion of the thing you there. Some people just doing the writing and the research together, writing their report or document their report and researching together. But this doesn't work very well, the time management point of view. Rather, whatever you found on the internet is relevant to your assignment, get that portion along with, don't forget to get your the reference along with that, and dump into this particular section where this belongs to. Because whenever you're doing research, you're going topic by topic. So for example, you're working finding the new trends in the sustainable energy, and you found there's a new research come or there's a new product come. So get that picture, image, or a paragraph which you think is relevant to your, and go to that particular section, dump it there along with the URL of the website or book reference. Just put it there at the moment. Don't get into the trap where you're doing too much research and not having a time to document all that. Once you've done this research, that's the time you need to show it to your teacher as a first draft. Look, this is, I already found it, and these are things I don't know. Teacher will help you, guide you, or steer your learning based on what you've done. They won't give you answers. So that's the first draft, and this will also give you a tick that you're on the right track. If you are going somewhere else, and they will just straight away. So that should happen at least 1 week before, or 3-4 days before the due date, so you have enough time. It's all dependent on the size of the assignment, but it should give you at least 20-30% time for you to just writing part. So you should have enough time to write it. So once that you get a tick, teachers, you are safe now. Safe in a sense, teachers all this. This is very important because teacher doesn't want to, not only want to see your actual assignment delivery, they want to also see how you get there. Because how part is in a learning more important than what you produce. Because anybody can produce, I can give to somebody the money, they will produce assignment for me, but it will not tell how do I do it. So that once you do that, that will now require your software skill, how much tool you use to save the time in the actual software, the writing part, having a tools to create bibliography using styles in the what we call is word processor, and your English skills, and then your bibliography writing skills. There are tools available to produce that, and Google will be very good with that if you use Google Doc in there. And that's about it. In the algebra reference is to go to the group assignment. The only new skill you need to keep the team moving and keep sharing what you're doing. And if you're using a good writing tool, word processor, which has the multi like we now the Word gives you, MS Word gives you, and Google Doc gives you the multi access, where you can work collaboratively. And you keep the team moving and make sure everybody's aware what you're doing, because you don't want something you're already doing and the other person doing the same, or somebody is falling behind. So this is so in the 3 elements, if I conclude with this, the 3 elements is one is to planning, and the second one is to not to catch in a trap of too much research, and the last one is a time management.